I was born in Ipswich to a schizophrenic dad and a bipolar mother. My mom is a drug user. She's been to prison like a few times, and that played a huge role to like why I didn't care about education. It was really difficult for me to be motivated by anything, and I really don't remember where it started, but just one day I woke up and I decided, you know what, I really want to do something with myself. So I moved down to my auntie, my mum's sister, who has played a bigger role in my life than anyone ever has or will.
So how come you decided on that you wanted to learn to fly?
My auntie, she wanted to be a pilot herself. I was like, that sounds really cool. And then for my 15th birthday, she bought my first flying lesson, and we drove up to Caloundra and did a fly. It was so good. I just had a continuous smile on my face, and I was just laughing, and it was so beautiful. I loved it so much.
When you think about our start in life, the family we're born into, the environment we grow up in, it's so important in terms of helping us. It's where those foundational kind of values are set, and values are really important for humans. They kind of drive our behaviour. However, having said that, all the time we see people standing up and overcoming that kind of that place of origin. We can have all the dreams and aspirations that we want, but unless we actually take action and do something today, I'm not going to move towards those dreams.
Maddy's a very determined young lady. She does a fantastic job of washing planes.
Yes, I actually love cleaning planes. That's no sarcasm. I actually really enjoy it. So I actually clean planes in exchange for my flying lessons. I clean 2 planes and get 1 flying lesson. I make sure to get every bug and do a great job into it.
There's a fair bit involved in learning to fly, so it's not just all the fun parts that we've just been doing in the aeroplane and going flying, but there is the theory part that has to go along with it. So, you're just sort of coming out of high school in year 12, but you just have to do some more study to get where you want to go.
I've always had to work for things growing up, and I think I just don't like being handed things if I don't work for them. Again, probably because I was raised like that.
I think she has grown a lot in the last few years I've known her. It was amazing to watch her stand on her own 2 feet and to become more confident and happier living with her aunt and uncle, which has been such a great thing to see. She's always been such a confident person, but she has become more confident in knowing what she wants to do in the future now. And that security of, this is the plan, I'm gonna go do this. I'm really proud of her.
There's no doubt that if young women are looking to our industry for role models, they're not going to see very many females. I honestly believe that it's time for the industry to acknowledge the problem that it has. I think it's just active change in the sense of men mentoring women, young women coming through the industry, and then the more women we get, obviously, they're mentoring more young women to also come into the industry.
So my pathway was sort of done slightly different. I had to sort of design my pathway to where I wanted to go, because there's not actually a dedicated pathway to getting into this type of flying. So I had to sort of create that myself. Starting with my aero club, I went and did my RPL and PPL. Obviously, my father's been a massive role model and mentor throughout my career, and also Matt. They've been there for when things get hard, or you need that little bit of motivation, or you're not sure on which direction to go, how to go about things. So they're there to help sort of give you a bit of guidance on what to do, but they can't do the work for you. You've got to have the drive and the determination to do the work, but they've always been there to help guide me. So yeah, I owe them a lot in, especially getting a bit of fire up me on when things get a bit hard. It's like, well, doing great, just try and do it, you know, tailor it a bit more differently, or, you know, have some motivation, or, you know, whatever it be. They've certainly helped me achieve what I've needed to do.
So learning to fly itself, going up into the air, I think I picked that up pretty easily. However, like, that's just because it's the start and I know that it will get harder.
It's been a little bit slow going over this period because she's been very busy with high school exams.
You know, I'll fly maybe twice in a month and then not fly for another month because I've just been so flat out at school or something, and then come back to it and kind of like forget everything that I've learnt. So that's the main obstacle for me.
But now she's finished school, she's out looking for work and doing other things, and so she should have some more time to get this done.
So from here, look at your airspeed, 40, 45. Oh, where are we flying already? Nose on horizon.
I love flying because it's kind of like, I feel like having some fun, like, let's go and fly. Like, I love the takeoff part of it. I love the in-flight, just everything. My brain has exploded.
Oh, okay. There you go, there you go. Just wanna refuse. Oh. Perfect.
That was a pretty good That's great.
And then flaps.
I think that I'm a doer. I think it's really fun and easy for me that, like, when you're given a task and you're told this is how you can do it, and you can do it with your hands, you can touch it, you can get into it, you can see it. I think that's what kind of like draws me in, and I think that that's what I like doing. My dad and my brother used to like build their motorbikes as well, and there'll be welding parts, and I would run downstairs and I'll be like, Dad, can I weld? Can I weld? And then he'd be like, oh, here you go.
So Maddy, lots of work to do. We got only a few ribs to prep, and we'll be riveting and assembling these tanks up, and they get bigger and bigger. Maddy's been here about a couple of months. She's been one of the students that comes to the airfields, washes aeroplanes, gets involved, gets her hands dirty, and not afraid of jumping in. So they're the students we like, the ones who came knock on the door, and they show a real keen interest to anything, prepared to do anything.
I also love the engineering side of it because it's hands-on. I love being given tasks to do, kind of like, here, this is what you need to do. You need to like fix it using this, and this is how you use that. Now off you go, and I'll just go.
A lot of the character traits you can't teach. We can teach product knowledge, we can teach skill set. They're very teachable, but you can't teach the integrity of turning up on time and you know, responding to texts, getting here, you know, doing things without being asked, sweeping the floor when they see a mess. You can't teach that. That comes from the student's ability to actually strive. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, yeah. We'll do a bit of work on that as well. So, okay.
I can't really say which one I love more than the other at the moment because they're both equivalent on their own scale.
That's it. And as soon as you hear that click, you've got to stop. So just come up slowly, sneak up on it. That's better. That's better technique.
Well, we're going to talk about the power. The power is going to be your primary control to change. A bit of theory, it's just for you to understand how we can climb in the same aircraft. Do you remember we said they're in a state of remember?
I love aviation, and I really love sharing my passion to others. So when I was living in Belgium, I was living near a field when I was young, around 16. A lot of gliders and aviation. So I was always trying to find someone and be able to meet people and speak with people. And yeah, so one day one of the pilots just invited me to do one fly, and I really enjoyed that moment. And yeah, so that's with Maddy. Just I really love doing and share my passion with Maddy. That's really great.
See, like the stall doesn't happen like this. It will give you warning before it will happen. All good? You're not speaking too much.
No. There's like a lot to take in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think one of my motivations in life, like something that really kept me on my feet, was the idea of traveling like all through the world and just living for that kind of thing. I think at first aviation was just that light touch that was just like, this is a way that you can get into that. But I don't know, like when I touched it, it kind of like dragged me in a little bit more. And you know, the more you get to know about it, the more you like it.
When we've got really positive role models, that's really helpful for us because we see ourselves moving forward through the lives of others. It's what all humans do. You know, we come together in families, in groups, in cultures, and we see how we can achieve or what we can do through the lives of people around us, people that we're close to. And those kind of role models are really important. We might have had an auntie or an uncle that did something great. Maybe they were just interested in something and they talked about that. Or maybe they had a collection of books at home that I was exposed to as a child. Even those small things can be really impactful in terms of where I would end up as an adult.
And clearing right, centre, left onto downwind. A little bit more power, but keep that nose down. Trying to push us up. Right now, we'll do a go round. So full power, flying level, pull the power in, nice. And since we've only got one stage of flap, we're just gonna let that speed build a little bit, raise our nose, and then raise the flap. Nice. And then we want about 70 knots in the climb.
My Nona is a really big goofball, and I think that moving from a negative environment into a very happy environment where she's just like such a positive soul, and moving from that environment into hers meant that like my heart could be healed, I guess, and my mental state could also be healed, and she could come in and she could teach me like how to be like vibrant and positive and, I don't know, confident and make those like changes. One of the quotes that she used to say to me every time that I would go to her whenever I was upset was, "Life is what you make it to be."
And balance with rudder. Hey, I don't have it, you've got it, fix it.